Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. So, welcome back to day two of the Arabic class, right? Islamic Essentials class is what I'm going to call it from now on, right? So, the Islamic Essentials class, we're starting off with Arabic. And yesterday, the previous lesson, we did a bit of vocab and we talked a bit about how some words are and how the words this and that are used in a sentence, right? So this animal or this man or that book or that pen, whatever it may be, that was the primary focus of yesterday's lesson. Now, today we're going to build up a bit more on that. And the main purpose of today is we're going to go a little bit more into vocabulary because the primary focus of Arabic, as of right now, we're trying to build up our vocabulary as much as we can, and then we can continue on with the other lessons in Sarf and Nahwa, and and we are able to understand these things as well as we go along, right? And apply these lessons in the future as well, inshallah. Right. So the very first thing is we go into new vocabulary, right? So we'll go into what a man is. So Ra, Jim, Lam. Ra, Ju, Lun. And this is a man. Okay. Now we're going to go into a monkey, right? So monkey is qirdun. So it's a qaf, ra, and dal, qirdun. And this means a monkey, right? Now we go into what a boy is. So waw, lam, dal. So wa, la, dun, a boy. And then we have what a donkey is. So himarun. So ha, hi, ma, ra. Himarun, ha, mim alif, زبر ما, hima, ra do pesh run, himarun, a donkey. So now we have four new words in our vocabulary. And on top of that, we're going to add a few more, this time not related to what an object or animal is or a thing human is, but rather they're going to be words that help us establish questions, right? So this lesson will be focused more on questioning words, right? So the actual term would be huruf. Sorry, let me erase that real quick. So ha, rom, ra, huruf, wow, fa. So huruf, right? The page on top, huruf. So we have huruf, and then we have al, Al-istif. My apologies. Istif. Ha. Istif ha. Me. Yeah. So حروف حروف استفهامية. That's the full term, right? And that means questioning words. Questioning words. This is what حروف استفهامية means, right? Over here on the side, we went into a bit of the vocabulary. So رجل, that means a man. قرد, that means a monkey. ولد, that means a boy. حمار, that means a donkey, right? And for the questioning words, right? If we wanted to say like how he said before, right? Like هذا رجل, right? This is a man, right? If we wanted to make it a question, we would have two words, right? Three words actually, right? So it would look like this. So meme noon zabar man and meme alif zabar ma. Man and ma, right? And these both words mean this man means who and ma means what. So there's a good distinction between these two, right? Man is primarily used for humans, and ma is primarily used for anything that's not human, right? So, for example, right, if we ask the question, who is this, right? So it would look something like this, right? Meme, noon, zabar man, ha, dal, alif, hada, man hada, right? And the question mark would be upside down. So this would translate to who is this, right? Who is this? So exclamation mark, there you go. Who is this? And if you wanted to do, slightly move it. If we wanted to do, what is that? Then we would do meme, alif, ma, dal, lam, ka, dhalika, ma dhalika, the question mark backwards. So be, what is this, right? So what is this and who is this, right? Man hadha, who is this? Ma dhalika, what is this, right? This is how these two words would be used. Then there's another one, right? There is the word hal, right? So let me just write it down real quick. Hal, ha, lam, right? If you add this word to the beginning of a sentence, it becomes a question, right? So the word, let's say, anta rajulun, right? You are a man, right? So let me write it down here. Right, so we have the word, we have Hamza, Noon, Ta, Anta, right? Anta, Ro, Ju, Lun. Anta Rajulun, right? This by itself would translate to you are a man, right? But now if we add the word hal there, so hal, right? Hal anta rajulun. Now we have a question mark, and now we have to ask the question. It becomes, are you a man? So this word, it can mean many things, like are you, or sorry, no, not are you, but rather are, is, any of those helping verbs that we talked about earlier, right? Those words would apply in this word, this questioning word, hal, right? So in the case if we had like hal hal anta, oh sorry, hal hada kitabun, right? So if, in case if we had an example like hada kitabun, right? So hada kitabun, hada kitabun, right? That would be, this is a book, right? But now if we add hal into it, so hal, now it becomes a question, and we're asked, is this a book? Right? So now we have more vocabulary words, right? We have man, we have ma, we have hal, right? And we know how to use that as well, right? An example in the Quran Sharif we can find in Surah Ghashiyah, right? The very first ayat, right? I'm not going to translate the ayat, but the translation, uh, not the translation, sorry, you can get an idea from reading the Quran Sharif of what it's asking for, because hal is also found many times in the Quran Sharif as well, right? So give me one moment, please. So the example in the Quran Sharif is Hal ataka hadithul ghashiyah, right? Hal ataka hadithul ghashiyah, right? Now, despite us not knowing what the actual meaning of the ayat Sharif is, we do know that it is a question because of the fact that it has the word hal in it, right? And because of the fact that there's hal in it, we know that, okay, this is a question. It's the ayat Sharif is asking a question to somebody, right? Or to someone, right? Someone specific, right? So now we know that, okay, hal is referring for questions, and similarly for man and ma, right? And this is called hurufe al-istifhamiyah, right? And now we also learned some new vocabularies, right? Rajulun, qirdun, waladun, and himarun, right? So now for homework, for some of you guys who are here, right? We're going to have you translate these sentences, and I want you to give me harakas on them as well, right? So translate from English these words. Who is this? What is this? This is a man. This is a horse. Remember, horses farasun. This is a camel. And then we go into that. So that is a boy. That is a book. And lastly, is that a boy? So when we have these type of questions, remember, you would use ma for what, and we'd use man for who, right? And for is that a boy, or those sorts of questions, like is that, or are you, or am I, or any of those things, right? Those sorts of questions will come from the word hal, right? So now this is the homework that you have, right? It is due when we see each other next time, which is going to be tomorrow. So remember, this class is taking place every day except for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for at least 20 minutes. And this will also be put up on YouTube so that if you guys need to watch it anytime, then you guys are able to watch it. And I think that would constitute the lesson for today. We covered a fair bit, right? We covered some idea of questioning words, we covered some vocabulary, and we have some homework as well, right? And we know that the questioning words are called in Arabic حروف الاستفهامية, حروف الاستفهامية, right? And that, I believe, will be the end of the lesson for today. Jazakallah khair for attending. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.